Hey everybody, welcome to the Laugh Lab podcast. My name's Dave Kopp, this is Jason Wapshaw, and today on the show we have a very special guest, my good friend Alex Miller, everybody.
Welcome. Don't feel too special, he says that for every time.
No, I do mean it though.
Every time.
No, Alex and I have been friends for like, how long? We've known each other for a long time.
More than 10 years,
More than 10 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
Just over 4 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so this was like a friendship before?
Yeah, Alex,
Yeah.
this is the cool thing about Alex. Alex was, he was one of my original sponsors.
Oh, okay. Just like me, get
Yeah,
suckered in.
yeah. We used to do like Comedy Bloodsport. You sponsored
Yeah.
Comedy Bloodsport, and you sponsored comedy. Remember when we did it in like a boxing ring?
Yes, I do remember that you did comedy in a boxing
Why
ring
did we
at a
do that?
boxing
And it
gym.
was 'cause
it was. Well, it was like
didn't it have something to do with
it
you?
was your idea, but it was because I used to own a barber shop.
Yeah.
And it was like we'll do this like manly night
Oh, yeah.
event thing.
Yeah.
And you had comedians tell jokes in a boxing ring.
And there
but
was-
it was comedy blood sport, but in a boxing
In
ring.
a boxing
Did it
ring.
go
And I
well?
sponsored it.
No, none of them.
I just
went well.
remember-
it was 10 years. It was like.
I remember the net result of that was I had to fire someone who worked for me because she got blackout drunk and then called in the next day and then saying she was like sick.
I
for,
deal
like,
with Katie every week like that.
Yeah.
Like the 10th time.
Yeah.
And was like, no, I'm really sick. I'm not hungover. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
my memories of last night say otherwise. And then another one of my staff, I think, might have thrown up in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
It was.
It sounds like a great time.
Well,
It's not a good.
it was fun though.
Where was this at?
Because I think I did a staff
There was
party
like a
in conjunction
boxing
with
ring.
it.
There was a boxing ring.
It was like in the north
downtown.
end.
Yeah.
Like at the base of Knox there, like you
yeah.
know where like Break Jenny Coffee is.
Down in that area there?
Down that area,
Yeah, and you.
I used to live at the base of
Yeah,
down there, so.
he would sponsor all our comedy shows, and it was fun. And we
So
also
do you
did-
remember the first time you came in though? So the
Yeah.
first time you came into the barbershop, Dave comes in and it's him. And, you know, he like generally like he's cleaned up for this podcast, but generally looks a little homeless.
A little.
And then, but he came in with some guy with like a scar over his eye, like super sketchy looking dude. And he's like, "Hey, I'm here for the $100 for the comedy blood sport." And I was like, "Is this like a shakedown? Are these guys like, there's like this knife, like does this like eye scar guy have a knife in his jacket and he's gonna stab me if I don't give him $100?" So I called the guy who I bought the barbershop from and was like, "Hey, there's this guy here named Dave. He wants $100 for this comedy thing. Is this like a shakedown? What's happening?" He's like, no, this is like he actually runs like a comedy club. I'm like, because
So
there's like
things
a
haven't
guy with an
changed.
eye scar. He's like, "Oh yeah, eye scar guy's fine.
Things haven't changed
you,
now.
You can sponsor him or not. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They won't stab you."
It's $400 to sponsor.
Yeah,
But that's the only thing that's
Cost more
changed.
now. But that's amazing, and we were friends since then, and we did we did some filming too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he used to have a company that would make.
I used to work in
movies and
TV.
stuff.
Okay,
And
cool.
then, yeah, we tried to film some of the comics. Worked on a
Yeah,
few different concepts around that.
that was fun.
Yeah,
And we tried to make some bigger shows, and then they fell apart.
Try to make it. Well,
Yeah.
this is our little studio. What do you
Yeah,
think? It's not
yeah.
a bad little place.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good for this kind of thing for sure.
Yeah, welcome.
So we haven't found a way to make money off of it yet.
Yeah,
No.
but you can sponsor the podcast.
great.
It's $400.
Are you pro comic now? What are you doing? Are you have another job? Too?
Yeah, I have another job.
Okay, so
But he is being modest. By every definition of pro in Canada, he's a pro.
yeah, you do. You're doing paid shows across country.
Yeah,
So-
And if like he's a rostered like Yuck Yucks guy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So
4 years.
4 years,
Which is
yeah.
actually, I must admit, I thought it was 10 or 15 or something. So that's pretty good. I didn't know that was only 4 years. So,
Yeah, he's very
so
good.
that's pretty damn good. I know we've seen you quite a few times at the club.
yeah. I think there's like an advantage to. Well, I don't know if advantage, but when you start late, like I did, because I think I was 40 when I started. It was like a week before I turned 40. I started telling jokes, and you just got all that life experience, so it kind of shortens the learning curve a little bit compared to starting at 20. But
I think I felt.
if I
and
did it all over again, I'd start
And
at
the
20
other-
for sure.
but the other thing that Alex has is that he's not dumb.
What do you say to all the other guys that come on here?
No, but yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of
So, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so he goes, you have life experience, but you've also got like, you're also like a professional in a lot of capacities in your life, right? And so you're used to putting in work, and you know what it takes to make art, right? Like I always talk about that, but it's like a lot of people when they do comedy, they've never made art before, and they don't know how much it takes. They have no idea, and they just go, "Oh, I've been doing it for 6 months. Am I magically the best now?" And they just have no concept of the work it takes to put it in, and they quit along the way, right? Because it is hard. It's like, and to amass it, to get your material together, to make it good enough, and to accumulate enough material takes time and takes like maturity that some people just don't have.
So we talk about open mic and stuff on here a lot. We're trying to get a lot of new people on, and it's actually been successful. We have like 5 new comics that want to come on because of this podcast, which is like half our viewership.
That's cool.
Crazy.
So that's pretty good.
That's pretty cool. Right?
That's all your viewers.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like, basically, if you're watching this, you have to come to open mic. That's what
give it a try. It's super easy. And do you remember your first open mic?
Yeah, I do. I remember my first 2.
Yeah.
Because my first one, I had some jokes that I kind of like originally written in like 9th grade. I remember like coming up with this concept of like, imagine like a newscast in hell.
Yeah.
And it would just be like, and today more bad news.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I originally thought of it as like a Far Side kind of style comic.
Yeah.
And then, but I always just kind of had that idea in my head for years and years. And so then I wrote that into a whole bit for my first open mic. And I went up, I think I had some friends out, I don't remember, but you know, you always do a good job of like saying, this is this person's first time. So like the audience is always more generous, and it went well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure my jokes weren't that good, but like people were nice and people laughed and clapped and it felt great. And then I was so overconfident. And I went back the next week and I wrote all new material, and it was 2021, I guess. And it was, the Olympics had been delayed a year because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so I wrote all new jokes about the Olympics, and I just ate shit. It was so...
But it's really hard on open mic.
So, well, but that was my realization, like, oh, this isn't just easy. Like the first one was easy, then the second one I bombed so hard, I was like, oh, yeah, Dave did say maybe just try the same jokes again and try to like tighten them up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I wrote I'm fine. I wrote all new stuff, and it was just all
I can
terrible.
I can tell people all the things that I've seen a million times, and they all kind of do the same thing.
But I love writing new stuff.
Yeah, it's the same.
I love
it's
it
the same,
every
same.
time. I hate
it's like,
doing this.
I'm coming back. They're not going to want to see the same jokes, and then they do another.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
like that. But once you do enough comedy, you're like, oh, I gotta write new stuff.
But not only that, but it's like.
Once you have
But I also think there's like this feeling when you level up from having polished some material, and then you don't want to drop down.
Yeah.
And so that's where you use the open mic. That's the open mic becomes your ground for putting stuff in, and then you have this act, and you're like, okay, this is a good one. You drop it in, and you sort of drop it in a little bit less than you used to. It's like you see new comics, and they're always like, yeah, I got like a new 10-minute chunk, and you're like,
last time I featured, I was like, oh, I had like 80% new stuff. Well, did you notice? He's like, yeah, I noticed. But like nobody else noticed, and they all like it. But it's like you don't want to. Yeah, there's a fine line of telling the same shit over and over and over, and then keeping people.
And I truly think like my advice or whatever doesn't trump the enthusiasm of a new comic. Like the fact that everyone wants to do it that way. I think that's probably like hard written into our brains, that like I'm excited about this thing, so I'm going to create more. Because I always see, like, I tell comics, I'm like, you're going to write more material in the first year than you're going to write in the next 3.
Yep.
So it's like,
accurate.
It's totally true. You always see a new comic, they're like, I wrote like 10 pages. I'm like, fucking keep it, man. Yeah. Because like 4 years in, when you're like, I can't think of anything, you can flip back.
I've got a book now.
Yeah. And then
I was keeping all these little scrap papers.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
then finally I was like, I got to get a book.
But then you'll find that you can dip back into that, and you'll have like your talent will be matured, and you'll be able to go back and like take something that you couldn't make work before, and you'll totally be able to make it work.
Well, and when it's really good, like you're talking about your wife's underwear all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen that probably 5 times, and I piss myself every
That's a
time.
great joke.
I love it. It's a good joke. It's it's coming. I watch the crowd now more, and it's funny how like all the guys are always howling, and then the wife's like that one we did. There was more women than men there. The one show, it was like a soccer show or something, and it didn't quite go. And you're like, well, that's more for the guys. And it was like I was laughing even harder because I knew it was coming. I was like, I don't know what these ladies are gonna think about that. So it's like you try to know.
You never know. Sometimes the women like laugh the hardest because they relate to it, and they're like, "Yeah, my husband always complains. Tough for him. Like I'm wearing my comfy giant underwear."
Yeah.
But yeah.
You do a lot of work about your wife. Does she come to the shows at all?
She does. She does like not.
She
often.
does.
She
As
doesn't come.
as far as like wives and girlfriends.
Yeah,
go,
she doesn't come often, but she comes a few
No, she
times a year.
does. She dude,
No,
she
well-
comes every time that you guys have like a weekend headlining show.
She comes when I headline
And you
because
headline
I always
every,
make
like-
her bring a table of her friends.
Yeah,
so I
and you
can make
headline
money.
like every
Yeah.
every 2 or 3 months at least,
No,
like
she
a
only.
feature or whatever.
The 7-minute spots are tough to
No,
drag
he's
somebody
doing
there
25.
for, but he
He's
does a
doing-
lot of
he's doing a lot of
25s.
25.
Yeah, she doesn't come to those, so she usually only comes when I like do 45s,
that's
but or if we're doing a charity show for something that like
that
she
she
cares
cares-
about.
yeah, right.
But the reason it's not that she doesn't come because of my jokes that are about her. She knows all the jokes.
And she
it's just that
approves
she
them?
thinks the club is gross. It's like she'd like a place that's had
We're
their.
trying to get people down to Dakotas.
No, but like if
The
you're like a
Cardinals are
comedy fan, like you would appreciate it. Like a comedy club's not supposed to be nice and brand new. It's supposed to be
There's
divey. Like she
there's
likes
a-
to go to a place that has had a new carpet in the last 30 years.
Okay.
Right?
Or cleaned in the last 30 years.
She's not our demographic. It's too much.
not.
It's too much. I mean, there's obviously like a line where the two matrices cross.
Yeah.
Where you go like, you can afford to put on a show there.
Yeah.
Versus the ticket price, right? Because your wife's
she
gonna
wants to go to
it's
like
gonna
a-
complain that it's crappy. But if I was like, tickets are $60, she'd complain about
Yeah,
that too.
she wants to go to like a winery and
Right.
and
We've been talking a lot about this, like a new club.
but not even for a comedy show. She wants to go to a winery and like a craft fair at a winery. She doesn't want to go to.
But she also doesn't really want to go to a comedy
She doesn't want to go to a comedy show in a dive bar, right? Like,
or at all.
yeah, like I mean,
Like if you weren't on the show,
yeah, she's not a.
has she ever gone to comedy without you?
Yeah, she has actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like, all these comedians
She's been
didn't make
she's
fun of their
been
wife.
yeah, no, she's been to like the odd theater show, like with
Yeah.
girlfriends or whatever.
Oh,
but
that's
that's actually like comedy. More her vibe is like a theater show.
Yeah.
with like 2 of her girlfriends and
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I hear
right?
you.
Like with like lady comics and it's like girls' night and whatever.
Girls'
she doesn't want to go listen to a bunch of dudes talk about their dicks.
People like
in a
ladies'
sports
night.
bar.
Ladies' nights do well.
Yeah.
Ladies' nights do well, but they also like are kind of restrictive in the content.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like you can't do them all the time. And also, there's not
She's
too many.
not-
There's not enough lady comics to do ladies' night all the time. I can do a ladies' night every
she's
like
not
3 months.
core comedy demographic.
Do you think she'd do comedy?
She would do it? No.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that Kathleen Madigan.
Oh, she's great.
Over and over on my. It just keeps popping up on my
Yeah.
radio there, and man, she's funny.
Yeah.
she's so good.
There's some-
I'm like, she relates to most. She likes gambling. She likes drinking.
Hell
she likes
yeah, dude.
partying. So it's like that
Sounds like a Mormon.
But that's how I get Katie to Dakotas because there's booze.
Yeah.
So she just so wherever that with the wine is or the gin, then that's where she.
I'm gonna get. You know what kind of club I'm gonna get one day? You know when they like do those inflatable bars and you see them on Facebook? They're like, it's an Irish pub, but it's like inflatable in the guy's yard.
I haven't seen that. I've seen the Irish pub that pulls up. It's like a trailer.
Yeah, I
Pull
can
it
do
up to
that
your
too.
house.
Well, I hope we can afford a better spot. We in
Yeah.
the long term goal. I told them the other day, I would love to see a nice, good new comedy club in Kelowna.
Yeah.
And I think there's room for it, and I think that the people are in place, the things are in place. I think.
Well,
there's
Dakotas is slated to be demolished.
it's been supposed to be demolished for 5 years, 6 years. It just keeps. But I don't know if they actually.
They're saving up for a ball.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, that land is worth.
They're trying to get Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. You'll be on stage and it'll be, what's that sound?
But that land is worth
Take me
so
now.
much, right?
Yeah.
Like, they got to do something.
Yeah, it's-
But there's lots of spots
Yeah.
that I think would work.
But your dream was to do comedy like in a van.
Down by the river.
Yeah. No, that was your thing. You always wanted to go on the road in a van.
Oh, with that show we were.
Yeah.
on? Yeah. No. Well, I didn't want to go.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go.
No, I thought we were send some comments.
Never
in a
mind.
van.
Just sit back and make money and send them.
no.
Yeah. He's a ringleader over here.
Yeah.
So you've been okay. So, but you've also been. I don't know if you knew this about Alex. He's a Yuck Yucks comic.
I think you told me this recently. I didn't know that. Yeah.
He's a Yuck Yucks guy.
Yeah,
So
I've
he's
been
not
doing
even
some shows
technically.
with
He's
him.
not even supposed to talk to me.
Oh, that's.
This is a real conflict of
Yeah,
interest.
they hate
if
it.
they find out that he's working for me,
Well, there's nobody watching this anyway, so it'd be
We're safe.
okay.
yeah,
We're
just
safe.
just one guy. It's the, what's his name? The leader of Yuck Yucks,
Mark.
Mark Breslin.
Yeah.
he's watching.
Yeah.
and he's like, those motherfuckers. He's-
So there used to be a Yuck Yucks in Kelowna,
I'm
right?
sure Mark Breslin has no idea who I am.
oh, yeah, he knows who I am.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, there used to be a Yuck Yucks here, right? In Kelowna? Was there?
Well, there was Blue Lines.
That was the one I was thinking.
That's
of.
not Yuck Yucks.
Okay, what was it? Wasn't a like
That
a
was just an
comic
independent club.
Okay.
And then there's Beans and Yuck Yucks, and Yuck Yucks is just basically on the West Coast. It's just like a whatever, like a shell company that.
They have a club. They have a club in Surrey. They have one in Edmonton. They have one in Calgary.
But they would do Yuck Yucks on the road, and they'd even do it
And
here.
that's-
They do Yuck Yucks.
Yuck
theater
Yucks on tour,
On tour.
is that one. That one's run out of Toronto, so that's separate from the clubs.
So you're on their roster,
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah,
Not even per se.
Like, but you're on the roster. You can still go work other
Per
places,
real.
do other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, I have to.
No,
But they kind of do that in Ontario, though. A little bit.
In Ontario, I don't know the ins and outs, but depending what your deal is, like
There's like
they
a.
kind of have you for. But there's enough clubs out there and enough work.
But it's the
you
same.
know.
It's just it's. I don't even know if it's written in stone, but there's like kind of a gentleman's agreement, and this works for all comedy. That like, and I kind of have this, and I don't have to be explicit about it too often. But like, if you get booked on a show, the gentleman's agreement is that you don't do another show in that town, headlining it for like I think I once saw someone put it 60 days.
That's how we do autograph contracts
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, it's the same-
Sometimes I'll fly a guy in for a signing or whatever, and then all of a sudden you see he's doing a signing in like Vernon or something. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
For the most part, it's
I've had that-
You don't have to put it in.
Yeah,
a
it's not-
contract.
yeah, exactly.
You do sometimes. But
Yeah, and I've only had that like when I started. I remember there was a night. This only happened to me like I think it only happened once or twice, where I had I booked someone on a Thursday or no, on a Friday, and I saw them headlining downtown on a Wednesday.
you're like, oh, thanks. Glad I paid
and
for
for
you.
half the price.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I called them and I was like, it's canceled. And because I was like, this is dumb. I'll
We
just
were at a
do my
conference
own.
in Vegas one time, and the special guest from Leaf on the Friday night was
Yeah.
Bo Jackson. No, Bo Jackson? No, Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
And I could see all the Upper Deck employees' faces were like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh,
is
what's
that the
going on?
Wendy's
And
guy?
then on the Saturday, the very next day, you don't know who Frank Thomas is?
baseball player.
Baseball,
White
big
Sox.
baseball
Huge
player.
dude.
Of course I do.
Okay. Well, you never know with you. Anyways,
I said Dave Thomas. It was a joke. It's Wendy's. It's a comedy podcast.
Anyways, he
He
rolled
said
in on the Saturday
Yeah.
for them, for the
Frank
same
Thomas
people,
doesn't
the
cut
same
corners.
event, the same.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So he booked. He's like, oh, I was in town. I just and like he didn't say anything to either of the two companies.
Yeah.
it was pretty funny. It wasn't me because it
But,
was. It was
but they
funny.
were probably pissed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uber pit. It was like 20-30K or something. It was a lot of money.
That sucks.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't have it canceled on him or like get a
it's-
refund.
When you're dealing with athletes and these kind of people, it's tough. You don't really want to sue them or be the guy that sues them because then you can't get any more business. So sometimes I've been held hostage by autograph guests
Really?
for different money and things, and I'll tell you stories not on here. And it's crazy. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, but some of them are gangsters.
Oh, it's
Like
crazy.
real gangsters. And they
it's-
have like squads.
the money is.
And that's just the stuff I know
I
about.
luckily I'm mostly NHL, and so
Yeah.
it's not as bad.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
racist.
The
Did
NFL,
you hear that?
It's totally racist, but the NFL. I'm glad you read between the lines.
Oh
there.
yeah. That's all like.
Anyways, what's your worst experience at a show? I love asking people to heckle questions. Have you had any bad ones?
Like when I'm on stage?
Yeah. Well, I guess. Well, I guess
I think
that came from
my
another.
worst experience at a show it was probably up there for Dave's worst experience. I won't name the comic, but there was a comic
I thought I was gonna name
who
you.
took some mushrooms before the show, had never had mushrooms and gone on stage before, thought he took them close enough to his set that they wouldn't kick in until after, and they kicked in almost immediately. And he was supposed to do like 20 minutes, and I wasn't even at the comics table where I could like sneak out. I was sitting in the audience at a table with two of my good friends, and he went like 20 minutes overtime. Like he did like 45 minutes, and none of it was good. I shouldn't say none of it, but he's like a great comic, but he was just out of it.
A lot of people doing bathroom breaks and not coming back.
And it was so bad, and you could see Dave like pacing in the corner and like trying to like give him the light to get off stage, and I'm just like looking at my friends like, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to remember. I like this and say the.
Oh, top secret.
Really?
Oh yeah.
you remember
Oh yeah, I do remember that
It
show.
was so bad.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
Yeah, I was so pissed off, too.
So bored.
I was-
and then he was so like, I was like, oh, Dave's gonna ban this guy. But he didn't even have to because the guy was so embarrassed he didn't even come back for like a month.
Well, that's
And his girlfriend was there, and she was like freaking out.
It's a
and
small
apologizing,
scene, and
and it was like
the
it
rules
wasn't
are-
malicious by him or anything. He just fucked up. It happens. But like it was
it was pretty bad. I was mad.
You need one of those big hooks.
Yeah.
I thought
Turn the lights off.
you were gonna say that one. There was a time when his sister Tori,
Oh yeah.
it's Tori, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she sponsored a show, and she has like a nice little tea company.
Yeah,
It's
for like proper ladies.
yeah, they're like
fancy
she has tea
teas.
parties. So her tea party company sponsored a show, and then if you had like a roster of all our comics, and you were like, which is the worst person to pick for a tea party show, and then you pick that exact person and put him on the show, and it was like at his worst, like not like didn't.
Yeah.
Even register that it wasn't appropriate. And she made it clear that she's never going to sponsor another.
Don't ask. You don't get a Christmas card.
No, it was like, I think you had to tell me you had to come like secondhand that she was never going to do it again.
Yeah, I don't even remember it. I don't remember because you still talk about it.
It was so embarrassing, dude. It was like the worst, and I was sitting there, same deal, like just like literally crawling out of my skin, and watching your sister be like, "I hate this." She was like in the audience.
I brought that whole group for men's mental health one night, and he was headlining, and your host got up, and the first three jokes were about suicide and rape. And then why is anybody at the early show? Because the early show always sucks, and you should be at the late show. And like the whole table's all like men's awareness and everybody's staring at me, and I'm going, I don't even fucking know this guy. I'm like,
I wish it was. Yeah.
It was like, but you think
Isn't that funny?
like when you're going to a theme
This is
show.
what you're saying, like that I'm smart and I know stuff. It's not that I'm smart. It's just
We're normal.
compared to
Yes.
people like that
We're normal.
who don't have like a sense of like what's appropriate in a situation.
Yeah, like here's a good question for that. You and I are going to do a show in 2 days in Toronto.
Yeah, you're big.
And it's
This is the biggest show you've ever done.
Theme stuff, and people like you're gonna talk to those people like you're gonna have some sports stuff and not gonna be like
Just like trading card guys. So you just,
Yeah, like you just
all
make
you have
fun
to do
of-
is just slow down your act.
speak slow. You're never gonna see so many fanny packs and Velcro shoes and sweatpants in your life. And you'll be like,
my people.
it's I do not know how the show is gonna go.
Yeah.
It's that crowd that is coming is usually a pretty rowdy and drinking crowd.
Yeah,
So
I
it
think
could be.
Oh,
it
dude,
could
they're gonna be so much
It's
fun.
either gonna be very lippy and yak back, or it's gonna be they're just gonna sit and laugh and have blast and
I think it'll be
drinking
fun.
these. I think it'll be.
You
great,
guys will have
so-
a good time.
So but it's like herding cats. It's like it's
problem-
like, you got so many people. Oh, I'm coming, and it's like okay, well, buy the fucking ticket then.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to an event, buy the ticket. Don't ask.
Yeah,
Like,
please buy them
like,
early.
Just buy it online.
Please, if you're going on Friday and you know you're going on Friday and it's Monday, buy your ticket because event promoters go crazy.
It takes this.
Because people ask us all day, how many tickets we sold? How many tickets? And then I pull it up on my phone and I say 4, and everyone has a fucking heart attack.
I was sold out 2 weeks ago at that Blue Jays game.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be all alone. I was
Yeah.
like driving
You
there.
spent the whole day
I was like
pacing
freaking
around.
out. You get there and the freaking room's full, and you're like, why don't people just tell you? Or like, it would
Yeah.
make life
Yeah, it'd be
way,
so much
way
easier.
But you change some of your, like, you're not going to get up until,
It's not that
He'll do your
I've
classics.
learned not to try to shoehorn new jokes in to fit a crowd because like I haven't honed them, right? But I've also learned like, yeah, if it's like a men's mental health show,
Yeah.
maybe don't tell jokes about suicide.
Yeah.
But
right?
the,
Like,
the other thing that you do well, and I think it's good for a lot of comics, is to like, if you're in a new space, and especially if you're like the headliner, because you're headlining this one, or you're headlining this one.
Co-headlining.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But
I don't know who else
I guess
can
it
headline.
doesn't, this applies to everyone really, but like if you're in a new place, it's sort of a nice thing for a comic to do is to sort of mention their surroundings and mention that they're there. And so it doesn't feel like you're just doing your same act and you're not adapting anything.
Yeah.
Because if they can sense like, I think this is true, especially true of hosts, if they can sense that you made something up that day or you're in the moment, then they're like, oh, he's really funny. You know, because there's something like audiences think, and I think this is true, they believe that when someone has like a joke that's obviously new, it's sort of like
audiences
flexing
like it
your,
way better.
it's flexing your comedic muscles a
people
little
like
bit.
crowd work.
Yeah, or like a really topical joke. They're like, oh, you wrote that just today. There's no way you can do that.
I'm not great at crowd work. It's not.
You're good at it.
Like I'm fine, but it's not like there are those guys who are just so good at it. It's
Yeah.
so natural.
Yeah.
Like Matt Baker,
Yeah, yeah.
Kyle Patton. Like you're so good at it.
Thank you.
Like
Kyle's
you're
hosting,
in the
isn't he?
moment. Yeah,
So
Kyle's
he'll be
hosting.
good.
Oh, yeah.
in Toronto.
Yeah.
But what I try to do, because like if it feels like scripted,
Yeah.
people are like. They can tell, right?
Yeah.
But I really learned, and this is like a tip you give people, is to like go see good headliners and watch. Is like when I was doing, I don't even know if I was doing a guest spot or just like an opening spot or what, but for Sonny Dollywall
Yeah.
down in Vancouver, and we did 3 shows that weekend, and I watched his set all 3 shows, and the thing I took away was like he made it really conversational with the audience, and like he would ask questions. But it wasn't like a crowd work thing. It was like yes, no questions or questions where he already had his kind of response
Yeah.
ready to go, regardless of what they said. But it made it feel like crowd work, even though it wasn't like he wasn't improving it.
Yeah.
Right. It was, but however they answered, he could kind of go with the flow and make, you know, a more of an interactive
Yeah.
experience. So I looked at that and was like, okay, I got to do that because
Yeah.
I can't. Like I don't have these hilarious ideas pop into my head the way some comics do,
Yeah.
like on the spot. And that's what I've really tried to
Yeah.
like interact with the audience to make it feel less stiff and less scripted and more
Yeah.
kind of in the
Well, that's
moment.
sort of like there's almost like 2 different something of schools of thought on that is like this idea that you have stuff, and then sometimes, and this is where I like to go ideally, is go somewhere that's totally uncharted and see what you can come up with, which is risky.
sometimes it works and sometimes
Oh yeah, way riskier. And I mean, I wouldn't do that on your big show or like a big thing like that. But like sometimes when it's like on open mic,
Yeah.
it's like I like to go and see. Like sometimes I would do this. I've done this a few times, but I've been hosting so much that I don't do it as much. But like I used to do it on the Denenzi show downtown, where I would show up and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do 10 minutes with no material. And I'd just walk up with nothing and not do anything I had planned and see where it
You
goes.
came up with some great stuff.
Yeah, and it's like you.
My favorite bit you ever did there was talking about like Ku Klux Klan guys during like the Dust Bowl era, like having like think of how much laundry their wives would have to do. like any other color of sheet, like pick a brown sheet. It's the Dust Bowl. And I was just in the back in tears. The 6 audience members.
Yeah, they love it.
laughing along.
But I do like seeing where I could go. Like if you just take off the ropes by your sides and just try and see how long you can go. Like I used to do a little joke. I did it like 4 times. But it started there, and it was the best I ever did was there the first time I did it, was that who's pooping in the lake?
I didn't hear
You never saw me do that?
No.
I would see if how long I could go just asking who's been pooping in the lake. like I was like upset about it. And I just kept,
A lot more nowadays.
Yeah, I know. But this is before it was racist. And it's like I would just grill the audience about who was pooing in the lake for 10 minutes. And it was awesome. And I loved it. And every time it would like finally calm down, I'd come up with a new way of questioning people. And it went on way too long, but it was so fun.
I've never seen you do that.
No,
Oh,
we'll
to
have to
bring it back.
get him to bring that back.
That's fun.
You could definitely do that nowadays.
Yeah. But now I can't because I don't want someone to just the first answer. I'd be like, okay, who's pooping in the lake? And I got the timer up there, and the first person's like, immigrants. I can't do that.
It's all the drunk people off the boats.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Well, that was the thing when it started. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But now
Nah,
there's immigrants pooing in the lake, I don't want to come up there and just be like the angry guy, right?
The racist.
It's like I got this new 10 minutes on like immigrants.
I think with me being so new that my crowd work is more safer because I usually know the person I'm going at
Yeah.
or going with, or I know a background or a story.
And the audience is all your friends.
So
every time.
so it's like it's way easier when you like.
Totally.
I've had some interactions with people that it's gone well, and then some where they're just like you could tell like you picked the wrong person, they're cold or
But you
frozen.
haven't.
So
You haven't tanked doing
No,
it.
no, you
Neither,
haven't.
neither of you. You
just-
haven't really tanked doing crowd work before.
I have.
You have?
I tried near the start. And
Yeah?
it was not good. It was one of the, I don't know, first few times I was hosting.
Yeah.
And and then it was just like so uncomfortable, and I just immediately went very stiffly into material. And it was not a good show.
But now you've been doing it for so long now, you wouldn't do that now, would you?
No, it would be.
And it's sort of like when I see people do exactly what you're just saying when it like goes wrong, it's just acknowledging that it's going wrong.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Like if you ask some questions and it's like going really horribly, you can just say to the guy like, "This is bad, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's like,
That's
oh, fuck
funny.
this guy.
Yeah, that's funny
move
too,
on.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, acknowledge it, but don't dwell on it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
There'll be
Don't get mad. Don't blame the audience.
this weekend.
If you're not
there's-
funny, it's not their fault.
But it is kind of funny if you do blame them.
Yeah.
Like that's funny too.
But if you blame them in a funny way,
Yeah, that's
not
what I
in like a
mean.
legitimately.
Like that would be so funny for you to do crowd work and then get mad at them for their responses.
Well, that's Russell Peters when he was
Yeah.
here last time. He was like mad at the crowd.
He was-
like they weren't interacting, and he was like mad at them. And he cut his show short.
Oh, he
was
cut the
like,
show.
yeah,
Okay,
he
no,
cut-
I meant in a like.
Yeah, he
silly
was
way.
like, well, fuck these guys then.
Oh, okay.
It's like, well, dude, tell something else or work on. There's how many people in front of you?
Well, the other thing about those is like, first of all, the people who go to those shows don't typically go to comedy. It's like they go as a rare treat, and they
Yeah.
go and they're like, "Oh, I only want to see the best guys in the world," and then the tickets are $80.
Yeah, and then they
and
see
it's like, come to Dakota's all the like for free on Thursday, and
Some
like,
of the best shows I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Thursday, like open mic for free.
Yeah, by
It's
far.
so fun.
dude, I was
also
at
some of the worst shows I've ever been to.
Oh, totally. But like I was downtown. I remember being at a show with Caleb. We were at the arena, giant, big headliner and stuff. And there was the open mic was happening at Dakota's. And I remember thinking, like, I bet you they're having way more fun.
Yeah.
I bet you they're having way more fun.
Well, a lot of that stuff's stuff
Then
you've
they-
heard on Netflix.
Yeah, and
seen
they
it,
put up
it's
their
just-
giant screen and they're like, do you want to buy merch? Did you know that's how they do it now? They don't even have merch at the thing. They have a giant screen and you with a QR code
And you order it.
you order the merch and they deliver it to your house.
That's lame.
Doesn't that suck? It's like you're not even buying it at the thing.
Yeah, you want to be.
So, like-
you're in the moment. You want to.
Yeah,
buy a
you're in
shirt
the
or
moment. You don't want to
something there.
buy it, get it 3 weeks from now.
For our Tokyo tour, we're making Pokemon cards of ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But we thought they're light and they're easy and they're cheap.
Yeah.
And then if nobody
Japanese
and
like
then,
them.
Yeah.
and then nobody wants them, we can put them in with his book package
Yeah.
here.
That's awesome.
we can,
If nobody wants it, we can stay with the other things no one
we
wants.
can start keeping with that. This weekend you'll have fun because there's a couple beauties you'll recognize in the crowd. This one guy has like one tooth and he used to be a ringmaster at a circus.
Oh,
I could do like a half hour on that fucking guy.
That's
I once saw him get drop kicked through his booth at a show, and I just completely walked away.
Why?
He used to be on everything, and
that's hilarious.
it was crazy, the stories about that guy. But he's one of those guys that when he gets drunk, he changes his accent to whoever he's talking to.
Oh, nice.
So when you're at a casino
like you.
and like a Chinese dealer will come along or whatever, he'll change his accent
Yeah.
to match. It is the best. He does not know he's doing it. That's what makes
really?
it. We got kicked out of a cab one time, and he's like, I don't understand why I'm like, do you think it's because you called him Tarbender and you talked in his accent? He's like, I did not do it. I was like, Kelvin, when you were like this, you have no clue how crazy. So you'll get to meet him and a
That's
couple of those
fun.
other guys. Yeah. So I don't know.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, there's some guys that are like, definitely there'll be material on those guys.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Maybe you should record your special there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
just with
That
all
could be
with the 20 people that have paid. There
Isn't
better
that
be-
weird? That would be kind of cool because I think I'd start liking to watch specials more because specials are always like, this is the comic at their best. I want to watch specials at their worst.
Where you're just
Like if people record everything and then release the worst show they had that year, or like a companion show, like if it went from like if you had a special that was like 2 camera angles or whatever, 2 different days, one was the worst and one was the best, and they kept going back and forth.
I like that.
You know,
That
what would
would
be
be
awesome is
sweet.
working on your set at open mic with like 13 people there,
Yeah.
and then showing with a full room, and then showing like the same
Yeah,
response.
that would
Yeah,
be-
seeing the joke, showing the joke the first time you tried it,
Yeah.
and then when it's completely different,
Yeah.
8 months later, and it's like a totally different joke, and it actually works.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
Somebody asked me about that. Can you guys have way more experience in this? Somebody asked me the other day how a joke evolves and how you add and tags and things. Like, how do you guys?
I think.
How long do you work on something?
Oh God, like the stuff, the bit about my wife's underwear, like, that joke was about a year to get it from like the original premise to where I got it to, and it was just performing it over and over, and then some nights something new will pop into your head, or like someone in the crowd will react to something in a certain way, and you're like, oh, like, and you just try it a little different, or you forget something and it somehow works better, or whatever it is. And like some of my best like tags have just come from like stuff people in the audience have said that is really funny, that I mention. So like, and you know, the bits I do about science, like not trusting science, like I originally had that concept, I don't know, I was probably maybe a year into comedy, and then I kind of tried it, it didn't work, and then I came back to it like a year later, and then dropped it again, and that joke didn't really start working till like 6 months ago, so that was like, you know, like a 2.5 year process to get that joke to work.
Like the evolution of a joke, like you
yeah.
just constantly work on.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that one I was just doing this like really shitty show on it was like a Wednesday night, and it was at the casino, and the show doesn't exist anymore, but it was like no one there knew they were there for comedy. They were there like people were trying to have dinner and have like conversations. People are
Sounds
literally
like a show you put on.
people were literally playing pool like 2 feet in front of the stage, like a game of pool,
Well,
like
it's
the
downtown
bowl.
at
The casino down
Yeah.
there. And it was awful. But it's like, if you could get a laugh in that room, you get a laugh with that joke anywhere. So I was just going to that show and doing like 15 minutes of stuff every Wednesday, trying to make it work, just knowing it probably wouldn't most of the time. But like doing those shows, like having that much time to just bomb and try stuff, like it made a huge difference. Like I think I took a big leap over the whatever 4 or 5 months that show was around. Just because it was like so much no pressure stage. Like people aren't paying to be there. They have no expectations. Like if Dave hires me or Yuck Yucks hires me or wherever to do a show, and people are paying for tickets, and I'm the host or I'm the headliner, even if I'm an opener, like I feel responsible for people getting their money's worth, right? So I'm going to tell jokes that I know work. So you don't get that opportunity to kind of improve stuff the same way you do when it's just like a bunch of people who don't want you there.
I think I'm so new. I probably haven't told the same joke twice the same way. Like I'm always feel like I've add something on, or I'm like, oh shit, or I come around and then I just like you though, like you're like, oh shit, that got a better response, or that's fun to add to it. And I've started making like those. I've kind of been my goals to make those 5-minute chunks, because I find that we can, like on a 7-minute show, you can bullshit around for like 2 minutes with the crowd, the people, whatever, and then the 5 minutes is like your solid bit. And then when you do like the 25s, it's like, okay, let's do 5 in the beginning and then like 4 solid pieces.
Yep.
And I've been trying to break it down that way, but it is interesting how something can change. It would be cool if you could figure out a way to show people telling something for the first time.
Yeah.
And like the evolution of it all the way to the end, because it would be totally different.
Yeah, and then there's a Mark Norman has a YouTube special or like series that's kind of like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
He's the best. Yeah.
We're not talking like one-liners and stuff. It's more more like
bits,
the longer bit. Yeah.
One of the other ideas I heard, it was Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, and this didn't work for this is like for big stars. That I think would be really cool is to have guys like at that level, when they come to town, they do 2 nights.
Yeah. And
one night is like the hits, like the old classics. And then the next night is like the hour that they're currently touring with or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think people would, they were making the point, like, I think people would say people don't want to see jokes they already know. But I think if like the bit is classic enough and your comic's a big enough name, like I would go see, like, when I saw Kreischer come through here, he did the machine story at the end of his show.
Yeah.
And it was great. Like I'd seen that joke a million times.
Yeah.
But it was great. And if you have someone coming through, like if Louis C.K. came through and he did it did 1 hour of just old bits from like 4 or 5 of his old specials, like I'd go see that for sure. And I would go see his new hour.
But there's new people entering the scene all the time too. Like how many new faces do you see weekly?
We usually get about 3 new guys on an open mic.
No, sorry, about the crowd, like people when they come in. Like sometimes you see people and they have the best time and they're like, I'll be back, and you never see them ever.
Yeah. There's usually about half and half.
Yeah, so like a lot of those people wouldn't have a clue or wouldn't know some of that stuff exists.
Yeah.
Out there, depending on how new you are and
exactly.
what it is. Like there's some stuff I know the bits or the things or whatever. I have zero idea who said it, and sometimes it'll pop up on Netflix. Oh fuck, I didn't know that was his.
Well, there's bits you forget, but any of those like big guys who've been around forever, like there's stuff that I would go see their like a montage of their classes for one night for sure.
It'd be amazing. I want to see Louis for sure.
I wonder how much new stuff they run.
I'd rather see Chappelle's classics than his new stuff.
Yeah.
And there probably is guys like that you would that are
probably
forcing or just living off their name, right?
That's
I think some
probably
of those guys probably, and once people are writing for them and stuff, what do we got for time?
We're good, and this is the part of the show. You've got my book.
I've got your book, yeah.
He's got a book. Hold on, have you read it?
Sure.
Liar! That's okay. We're only 1 for 16 that's read this.
No one reads the fucking book.
My wife read it.
Oh, there you go. That's why she doesn't come to the club. She's like, Dave masturbating in the club.
Yeah.
Well, like, it's great if you need to prop up a table or do any of that kind of stuff or make your bookshelf look educated.
If it makes you feel better, I haven't read any books since you gave me that.
That does make me feel better. So here's the question.
Can you make it into a TikTok?
Yes.
Then I'll read it.
Multiple choice TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. No, so here's what if you had to kill me and you had to get away with it.
Yeah.
That's the real question.
How would I do it?
How would you do it and get away with it? You can't just be like, you have to get away with it. Like if you planned a murder.
Yeah, I would. I know you're buying a weighted blanket today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I
forgot about my weighted blanket bit.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? That was good.
So I would just, I think I would, some sort of like carbon monoxide poisoning or something, and then put you under the weighted blanket. So people just thought you got trapped under the weighted blanket. You're old and feeble.
Yeah.
And it's believable. Mm-hmm. And then they would.
Yeah. Okay.
Like.
I just get.
His trailer was so cold, he couldn't get out of the blanket.
I get pressed to death under a 30-pound blanket.
That's true. Have you been under one of those? That's what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I would do?
I'm getting it today. I've never had one.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
We have a brand new one that I refuse to use.
Okay.
You can't even get a fucking morning hard on those things. It will not work.
That would solve all my problems.
You have to lay sideways like a bike stand, like a kickstand, And like when you get out of those weighted blankets, your leg slips off and your arm slips off, and you have to get out from under the bed.
Really?
It's
that
horrible,
heavy?
horrible.
It
You
doesn't
might as well
fix-
have 6 fat ladies
It
laying
doesn't
on you
fix
all
your
night long.
sleep?
Fuck no.
I got another idea. There's a more spectacular way to kill you.
Okay.
So take your trailer,
Uh-huh.
right?
I prefer manufactured home.
Take your trailer
Okay.
and
Prefab.
take it down to Penticton when they do those like smash nights. And like they have like the cars like drive through the trailers and smash
It's like
them.
my house and they get hit
But
to
you,
pass.
but you would, but you would be in it. And,
Yeah. I'm asleep. I'm under the blanket
You're
still.
under the blanket.
exactly.
And I'm just getting
And I-
smashed.
And it's closer to your hometown of Summerland.
Yeah,
and
so
I
it's-
think it's really fitting.
It's an honor, actually,
Yeah,
to be
that's a good way to go
to
out.
die and.
Dress you like Evil Knievel or something.
Yeah.
Stars and stripes, but like
Oh, that'd be great.
maple leaves. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good answer.
There's been lots of good ways to kill them, but
Yeah, and for that, you win this.
Well,
there you
thanks.
go. We'd give you a book, but you already have
You
one.
already have a book.
And he can't. He's got to get rid of them.
That's a Laugh Lab
thanks.
coaster.
What do you got coming up as we end this? What events you got?
Well, we're doing our show
Friday?
If you're in Toronto,
Yeah,
go to their
Toronto,
show.
Friday,
It's near the airport.
Scottibush
seven?
high-end restaurant. It's very good.
That's the 7th, I think. And then I've got shows in Toronto, just little 5-minute spots at what is it? Comedy Bar with Kyle Patton
Yeah.
on his slam comedy on Tuesday, and Brian O'Gorman's show at Yuck Yucks downtown on Thursday, and then I'm hosting some shows in London, Ontario the following weekend for Yuck Yucks, and I
I thought you used to work for me. Jeez.
Are you back
headliners.
before Christmas in Kelowna?
Yeah, I'm back. I'll be here the weekend of the. It'll be the 21st, 22nd, and I'm sure Dave will
Oh yeah,
put
he's
me on
gonna
something.
put you on.
Of December?
But of November.
Okay.
And
There you
then
go.
I'm here for a couple weeks, and then I'm actually going down to San Francisco to see Louis C.K. down there.
You are?
Yeah, my wife.
Oh, yeah, you told
is
me.
taking me for.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was my
That was
birthday gift. Yeah, so we're going down for a few days. And
You should record them
Hoping
secretly
not.
in your pocket and then put it on the internet.
Okay, perfect.
Just
That
your
sounds like
iPhone
a-
in your pocket. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
Sounds
like,
like
a
a
good
He likes it when you do that. It's cool.
I'm sure he loves it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to meet him in an elevator and show
Yeah.
my penis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, dude, how many times do you think people pull their cocks out in front of Louis C.K.? Just because they know he's not going to do anything about it. That's hilarious.
And that's why he doesn't want to travel, yeah.
The whole rest of his life, people are like, "Hey, Louis," and they do that. Have you ever seen that move where you like you cut a hole in your pocket, and you stick your dick through the hole in your pocket, so when you reach in your pocket, it's your
That's-
cock, and then you walk in the restaurant with 2 beers and go, "Oh, can you just grab my wallet?" And then the person grabs your cock.
I
And
haven't had to use that one.
No, I've
No,
never heard